Good morning, and a very warm welcome to Senior Wise Journey, the place where we embrace the richness of life, one golden year at a time. I'm your guide on this path, and it's a privilege to spend this time with you. Have you ever considered that the first hour of your day holds the key to the next 30 years of your life? It's a powerful thought. We often hear about grand gestures for health, running marathons, extreme diets. But what if the true secret to a long, vibrant life, a life that carries you with grace and energy past 90, lies not in monumental efforts, but in the quiet, simple rituals you perform just after waking? Today we are going to unlock those secrets. We will explore 7 scientifically backed morning habits that are not just routines but profound conversations with your body. These aren't just tips. They are the foundational pillars for building a future filled with health, clarity, and joy. So, grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's begin this journey to the dawn of your personal longevity. Part 1. The life-giving elixir. Why your first sip of the day matters most. Let's begin with the simplest, most elemental act of all. Drinking a glass of water. It sounds almost too basic to be a secret to longevity, doesn't it? Yet, the science behind this morning ritual is incredibly profound. Imagine your body after a long night's rest. For 7, 8, perhaps 9 hours, you haven't consumed any fluids. During this time, your body has been hard at work, repairing cells, consolidating memories, and crucially, losing water through breathing and perspiration. When you wake up, your body is in a state of natural dehydration. This causes your blood to thicken. Think of it like molasses in winter. It becomes more viscous, sluggish. This thicker blood requires your heart to pump significantly harder and to circulate it throughout your body, putting unnecessary strain on your most vital muscle. Simultaneously, your brain, which is about 70% water, feels this deficit acutely. This is why you might feel groggy, unfocused, or even a bit dizzy in the morning. By placing a glass of water on your nightstand and making it the very first thing you consume upon waking, you perform a powerful act of kindness for your body. That immediate infusion of hydration begins to thin your blood back to its optimal consistency, easing the burden on your heart. It's like giving your cardiovascular system a gentle, helping hand to start the day. This simple act reduces the risk of blood clots and can lower the immediate strain that might, over decades, contribute to heart disease. Furthermore, rehydrating kickstarts your metabolism. It awakens your digestive system and signals to your kidneys that it's time to start flushing out the toxins that were processed overnight. This isn't about drinking fancy, alkaline, or lemon-infused water, although those are by and nice. This is about pure, simple H2O. It's a declaration to your body that the day of nourishment and self-care has begun. So, tonight, before you go to sleep, perform this small act of preparation for your future self. Place that glass of water by your bed. It is more than hydration. It's the first and most fundamental step in your daily commitment to a long and healthy life. Part 2. Let the sun in, tuning your body's master clock. Now that you've taken that life-giving sip of water, our next step takes us to the window. For our second habit is to bathe ourselves in the gentle, natural light of the morning sun. This isn't a poetic suggestion. It's a biological necessity. Deep within our brain, in the hypothalamus, resides a tiny cluster of nerve cells called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SAX. Think of the SN as the master clock of your entire body. It governs your circadian rhythm, the 24-hour cycle that dictates when you feel sleepy, when you feel alert, when you're hungry, and even how your hormones fluctuate. This master clock needs to be set every single day, and its primary cue is light. When the photoreceptors in your eyes detect the blue spectrum light that is most abundant in the morning, they send a direct signal to the SCN. This signal essentially says, "The day has begun." In response, your SCN orchestrates a cascade of vital processes. It tells the pineal gland to stop producing melatonin, the hormone of sleep, which helps you shake off grogginess and feel truly awake. It also triggers the release of cortisol, not the chronic stress-induced kind, but a healthy morning pulse of it that provides energy and alertness. Getting this light exposure within the first 30 to 60 minutes of waking is critical. It calibrates your clock for the entire day. A well-calibrated clock leads to improved mood, better cognitive function, and a more efficient metabolism. But perhaps most importantly for our journey, it ensures a better night's sleep. By getting bright light in the morning, you are programming your brain to start producing melatonin at the right time later that evening, leading to deeper, more restorative sleep. And as we know, high-quality sleep is when the body does its most critical repair work, fighting off inflammation and clearing out cellular debris. This simple act can reduce the risk of everything from depression to neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. You don't need to stare at the sun. Just open the curtains, stand by a window, or better yet, step outside for 5 minutes. Let the light hit your face and your eyes. It's a silent, powerful signal that aligns your entire biology with the rhythm of the day, setting the stage for health and longevity. Part 3. The Gentle Awakening. Movement as cellular medicine. With your body hydrated and your internal clock set, it's time for our third habit: gentle movement before you eat. Now, I want to be very clear. This is not about a grueling workout. This is not about no pain, no gain. This is about something far more subtle and in many ways more powerful. We're talking about 5 to 10 minutes of light, mindful movement, stretching, a few yoga poses, tai chi, or a slow walk around your living room. The key is to do this while your body is still in a fasted state before breakfast. Why is this timing so important? Because it taps into a miraculous process called autophagy. The word literally means self-eating, and it's your body's innate cellular cleaning and recycling system. During autophagy, your cells identify old, damaged, or dysfunctional components, misfolded proteins, worn-out mitochondria, and break them down, recycling the raw materials to build new healthy parts. It is the ultimate anti-aging mechanism, clearing out the cellular junk that can lead to inflammation and disease and the physical signs of aging. While we sleep, our body naturally enters a state of mild autophagy due to the fasting period. By engaging in gentle movement before breaking that fast, you amplify this process. The light physical stress of the movement signals to your cells it's time to clean house and become more efficient. This is particularly beneficial for our joints. The movement encourages the flow of synovial fluid, which lubricates the joints, while the enhanced autophagy helps clear out inflammatory markers that contribute to arthritis and stiffness. Think of it as a gentle internal spring cleaning. You are sweeping out the cobwebs from your cells, making them more resilient, more efficient, and younger. This practice doesn't require a gym membership or fancy equipment. It can be as simple as reaching your arms to the sky, gently twisting your torso, or rolling your shoulders and neck. Listen to your body. Move in a way that feels good, that feels nourishing. This 5-minute investment is a profound act of cellular medicine, reducing inflammation and preserving your mobility for the decades to come. It's a quiet promise to your body that you will help it stay clean, strong, and functional from the inside out. Part 4. The 30-second reset. Breathing your way to a younger self. Our fourth habit is perhaps the quickest, yet it holds the power to change your entire physiological state in less time than it takes to brush your teeth. It is a 30-second breathing practice. In our modern world, we are constantly bombarded by stressors, deadlines, traffic, worrisome news. It all adds up, activating our sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response. This state, characterized by the high cortisol and adrenaline, is designed for short-term survival. But when we live in it chronically, it accelerates aging at a cellular level. This is where our breath becomes our superpower. We can consciously use our breath to switch off the fight or flight mode and activate its counterpart, the parasympathetic nervous system, or the rest and digest state. This is the state where healing, repair, and longevity happen. The most effective way to do this is with a technique known as the 4-7-8 breath, popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil. It is beautifully simple. Here's how you do it. Sit or lie down comfortably. Exhale completely through your mouth, making a gentle whoosh sound. Close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4. Then, hold your breath for a count of 7. Finally, exhale completely through your mouth, making that whoosh sound again, for a count of 8. That is one cycle. Doing this just 2 or 3 times is all you need. It takes about 30 seconds. What is happening inside your body during these 30 seconds is nothing short of remarkable. The extended exhale is the key. It stimulates the vagus nerve, the main superhighway of your parasympathetic nervous system. This sends a powerful signal from your diaphragm directly to your brain, telling it to calm down. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, and your muscles begin to relax. You are manually overriding your body's stress response. Making this a 30-second morning ritual is like hitting a reset button. It flushes out residual stress from the night, sets a calm and centered tone for the day, and tells your cells that they are safe. In this state of safety, your body can prioritize long-term projects like robust immune function and cellular repair rather than short-term survival. It's a practice that costs nothing, requires no equipment, and can be done anywhere. It is a direct, physiological intervention that tells your body, prioritize longevity. Part 5: Fueling the Fountain of Youth, the Breakfast of Champions. Now that we've calmed our system, it's time to fuel it. Our 5th habit revolves around what is arguably the most important meal of the day, especially as we age: breakfast. The typical American breakfast cereal loaded with sugar, bagels, pastries, or sweet juices is a metabolic disaster. It sends a massive spike of glucose into your bloodstream, which your body then has to manage with a flood of insulin. This roller coaster of blood sugar and insulin is a major driver of inflammation and weight gain and cellular aging. It's like throwing gasoline on the fire of the aging process. To build a body that thrives past 90, we must flip the script. The breakfast of longevity is built on 2 pillars: protein and fiber. The goal is to aim for at least 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein and 8 to 10 grams of fiber. Why these 2? Protein is the fundamental building block for your entire body. As we age, we fight a natural battle against sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass. Consuming adequate protein, especially in the morning, provides the essential amino acids needed to repair and maintain muscle tissue, which is crucial for metabolism, stability, and strength. Fiber, on the other hand, is the great regulator. It slows down the absorption of food, preventing those damaging blood sugar spikes. It feeds the trillions of beneficial bacteria in your gut. Your microbiome, which we now know is central to everything from immune function to mental health. A healthy gut is a cornerstone of a long, healthy life. So, what does this breakfast look like in practice? It's simpler than you think. It could be 2 or 3 scrambled eggs, a protein powerhouse, with a side of spinach and a slice of whole grain toast. It could be a bowl of plain Greek yogurt, which is packed with protein, topped with a handful of berries for fiber and antioxidants, and some nuts or seeds. Or it could be a smoothie blended with protein powder, a handful of kale, chia seeds, and a low-sugar fruit. The key is to shift your mindset from a fast, sugary start to a deliberate, nourishing one. This breakfast sets your metabolic pattern for the entire day, promoting stable energy, reducing cravings, and telling your cells to repair and rebuild, not to inflame and age. It is the fuel for a long and vibrant journey. Part 6. The Heart's Connection. The surprising power of a morning hello. Our 6th habit moves from the purely physical to the social and emotional, yet its impact on our physical health is just as potent. This habit is to cultivate a moment of meaningful social connection in the morning. In an era of increasing isolation, especially for older adults, science has delivered a stark warning. Chronic loneliness can be as detrimental to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, dementia, and premature death. We are, by our very nature, social creatures. Our nervous systems are designed to co-regulate with others. We thrive on connection. This doesn't mean you need to host a breakfast party every morning. The power is in the quality and intention of the connection, not the duration. It can be as simple as turning to your spouse or partner, looking them in the eye, and sharing a genuine good morning and a hug. It can be a 5-minute phone call to a child or a grandchild, just to hear their voice and wish them a good day. It could be sending a thoughtful text message to a friend, or even stepping outside to share a brief friendly chat with a neighbor who is walking their dog. What this does is activate a different kind of chemistry in your brain. Meaningful connection releases oxytocin, often called the love hormone or bonding hormone. Oxytocin counters the effects of cortisol, lowering stress and promoting feelings of trust and security. It has a direct protective effect on the cardiovascular system and boosts immune function. This small act of reaching out reminds your nervous system that you are part of a tribe, that you are safe, and that you belong. Starting your day with this positive social interaction sets an emotional tone of well-being that can ripple throughout your day. It combats the subtle, corrosive effects of loneliness and reinforces the neural pathways of happiness and resilience. In our quest for longevity, we often focus on diet and exercise, and we absolutely should. But we must not forget this equally vital nutrient: human connection. It is the food for our soul. And as science shows, it is also powerful medicine for our body. Make that call. Share that hug. Say that hello. It is a life-affirming habit. Part 7. An attitude of gratitude. Rewiring your brain for a longer, happier life. We arrive at our 7th and final habit, a practice that takes only 2 minutes, but can fundamentally rewire your brain for health and happiness. This is the practice of directed gratitude. Gratitude is more than just a fleeting feeling or saying thank you. It is a conscious, focused mental exercise that changes the physical structure and function of your brain. When practiced regularly, it has been shown to reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, lower blood pressure, improve immune function, and promote more restorative sleep. The key here is directed gratitude. It's not enough to just think, "I'm grateful for my life." The power comes from specificity. In the morning, before the day's worries and to-do lists take over, take 2 minutes to sit quietly and focus your gratitude on your own body and your health. Be specific. You might start with your feet. Think, "I am so grateful for my feet," which have carried me through decades of life, that allow me to stand here today and walk to the kitchen. Then move to your heart. I am grateful for my heart, which has been beating tirelessly every second of every day since before I was born. Thank you for keeping me alive. Move to your lungs, your hands, your eyes, your brain. Acknowledge the incredible, miraculous work they are doing without your conscious command. This practice does two extraordinary things. First, it shifts your brain's default negativity bias. Our brains are naturally wired to look for threats and problems as a survival mechanism. A gratitude practice actively counteracts this, forcing your brain to scan for and focus on the positive. This strengthens the neural circuits in the prefrontal cortex associated with positive emotions and higher-order thinking. Second, it tangibly reduces the production of the stress hormone cortisol and increases the release of dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitters. This creates a physiological state of calm and well-being. By starting your day acknowledging the miracle of your own existence, you frame your entire reality in a more positive light. You build resilience against the inevitable challenges of life. This isn't wishful thinking. It is a form of mental training that has profound physical consequences. It is the final, powerful piece of our morning longevity puzzle, transforming not just how long you live, but the quality and joy of every single day. And there we have them, 7 simple yet profoundly powerful morning habits. A glass of water to awaken your system, the morning sun to set your rhythm, gentle movement to clean your cells, a 30-second breath to find your calm, a breakfast of protein and fiber to fuel your strength, a moment of connection to feed your soul, and a practice of gratitude to rewire your mind. These are not just 7 separate tasks to add to your checklist. They are a symphony. Each one complements the others, creating a cascade of positive effects that ripple through your entire biology. They are a daily declaration that your health is a priority, that your life is a gift, and that your future is bright and full of potential. The most beautiful part of this journey is that it's never too late to begin. You can start tomorrow morning with just one, then add another when you're ready. Thank you for joining me on the Senior Wise journey today. If you found value in our time together, please give this video a like to let us know. Share it with a friend or loved one who might also benefit from these secrets. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel and click the bell so you never miss an episode of our shared journey into a wise and wonderful life. Until the next time, have a beautiful morning.